Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Hey, welcome. Hey, how you doing there?
It's
First things
all there,
first.
black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Just saying, this is what happens when you deal with these people. Okay. Um, let's get this out of the way. Let's go. Yo, ladies and gentlemen out there, hey, how you doing? Hopefully, you're in good, mind, heart, health, all that stuff. I wish you guys the best. So, and there's so much to talk about right now, but I had to get all that other stuff out of the way so I could get into the teaching. On the Light Show, I just want, because there's a lot of newcomers, and welcome, guys. The Light Show is a page that doesn't want to be monetized, doesn't plan on blowing up, doesn't plan on being famous, doesn't want any of that. It wants the ones who are chosen to be here, are lucky enough to find here. This is a page about clarification. For the most part, people say it very leisurely at work, oh, we're slaves. Physically, no. You guys are just aiming for destiny. Don't look at work as slavery. That's very ignorant. But mentally and spiritually, a lot of you are slaves, and a lot of you are. I'm not saying you're not enjoying the life that you have. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the reason that you see so much chaos around this life that you're enjoying is because, at least in America, I don't know about everybody else, but at least in America, it's because there is a game being played in real time, in real life. It has to do with black and white. It has to do with spell casting. It also has to do with that Bible. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to get into a understanding of allegory. So, who or what is the morning star really? There's a lot of different answers I've heard from many different people. And I'll even do a rundown of the answers I was given. Let's see. This is all on a discussion on Facebook. Hopefully I can find it because I put a lot down real fast. I just let it go. I don't hold on to what I think. I don't feel that's the whole point of it. I feel you're supposed to let it go, let it out, let it go. Whether it hurts people or not, you have to let the information out. You can't hold it. It's not for you to hold. I'm pretty sure I can find it. So, I asked the same question. I said, I asked it differently. I said, why did Lucifer call himself the morning star in the beginning of the book, and Christ calls himself morning star at the end of the book? And no, the devil is not Christ. That's what I picked. I got a few. One was he is the Antichrist. That's why. One said that Lucifer was the archangel at one time and tried to take over, which could be the similarity between the two. One said because they the same damn person. If you go to church, you worship the devil. If you go to church of Satan, you worship the devil. Another person said, I think they see us as evil, so they interpret us as so. Another person said Lucifer is a good angel. He was the morning star, was God's most powerful, influential angel, and he was in charge of the music. Same person asked or put another answer: Venus or Mars, or Venus and Mars. One said the morning star is actually Venus. Ironically, the female symbol represents Venus. And I told them all, close but no cigar. There's a reason I'm saying that. And I'm not even saying for the record, because I actually told them, I said, none of you are incorrect, but incorrect. LOL. All of you are speaking in code, but sometimes the code is apparent. Let's read it. Let's read what it says, and then let's see if you guys get the story, the allegory. So in Isaiah 14:12, appeal to the king of Babylon gave rise to the general use of the word morning star, capitalized as the original name of the devil before his falling from grace. Linking Isaiah with Luke 10, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Did you catch it? Did you guys catch it? I'm going to read it to you again. The metaphor of the morning star that Isaiah 14:12 applied, to a king of Babylon gave rise to the general use of the Latin word for morning star, capitalized as the original name of the devil before his fall from grace. So the morning star is not the devil at all. The way Isaiah is using it is after. He's saying after it fell. You're like, the morning star fell. But the morning star never fell. The morning star is the name of, you could say it's a reference to Lucifer before he falls. He hasn't fallen yet. So morning star is not a bad word. After he falls, he can't be the morning star. I'm explaining to you. I'm going to show you why. Because just for the record, the AI overview says in the Bible, the reference to the morning star associated with Satan is found in Isaiah 14:12, where the passage is actually referring to the king of Babylon, but the Hebrew word hale used here translates to morning star in Latin as Lucifer, and has come to be widely interpreted as a symbolic reference to Satan due to later interpretations. So this ain't the original interpretation of this word, because you guys coming up with this later. Okay? Do you know why that is? Always remember, all these books are separate. It's when Constantine in 323 AD puts the Bible together that all of these stories are put together. So we learned that the morning star is not Lucifer, or the morning star is not Satan. The morning star is not the devil, because the morning star the morning star is referencing before the fall. So it cannot fall and be the morning star. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm going to show you why. Jesus calls himself the morning star. AI overview. Yes, Jesus refers to himself as the morning star in the Bible, Revelation 22:16. Why are we all the way at the end of the book? Where y'all are supposed to be. A lot of y'all keep trying to run back and forth at the beginning of the book. You keep messing up. The only the only books you should be dealing with is Genesis and Revelation. Those are the only two you need in these times. You're way at the end. You don't need all the cartoon stuff anymore. Revelation 22:16, where he says, I am the bright morning star. The morning star appears before the sunrise, and Jesus will come from the church before returning to restore Israel. The morning star is also used in other Bible passages referring to Jesus. Revelation 2:28, Jesus promised, I will give him the morning star. This verse references to the second coming of Christ. 2 Peter's 1:19, Peter refers to Jesus' second coming. I am the root and the offspring of David. I am the bright morning star. What is this allegory telling? Because I know people didn't get it. People keep thinking that the morning star is the devil or Lucifer. It's like, no. First of all, Christ told you he's the morning star, but I'm the bright morning star. Light morning star. What is that saying? For one, they already told you it's the light before the sun comes out, the dawn. But what is the morning star? What is the sun itself? A star. Is the morning star the light itself? And that's why Lucifer breaks down to light bearer. Bearing the light. It's holding it from you. But no, Christ is the bright morning star. It doesn't hold it from you. It gives it to you because Christ is the light. Christ is the way. So who really is the morning star? The deceiver? The one who's been lying to you the whole time since the beginning of the book. And then you get all the way to the end and it's like Christ like, nah, I'm the bright morning star. He never was anything. We're talking about the sunlight. When does most work get done? In the daytime. Did people rejoice for rain and thunder and, darkness? Or did they rejoice when the sun comes out? Okay, so you can see where this knowledge is going. All I'm telling you is I don't want people in their one life to think that they know what they're talking about when, they're listening to reggae songs. Lucifer in the morning, I'm going to chase you out. The Jamaican didn't know what they were talking about. They don't even know about the morning star. No, they don't, because they're referring to the devil. When honestly, in Elijah, he's not even referring to Lucifer. He's referring to a king. He's referring to a physical being on earth. What did we say about Christ? Christ is information. That's Christ. Okay, you're enlightened here. Where are you getting all this information from? A book. So you have to read. Are you children getting it? Like, are you getting that the point of holy books is to use them here on earth? You ain't got to wait on something. No, you're supposed to be applying the information. That's why it's all interpreted. Everybody's interpreting it. Whether it's the pastor, you can believe this pastor, you can believe that pastor, you can believe your dad, you can believe your mom, you can believe your cousin that's been in the church for years. You can believe whoever you want, but it's always going to be your interpretation because you're the one reading. So that is why I wanted to do this breakdown because I'm like, who or what is the morning star really? Is it really just Lucifer? You just leave it like that? Is it really just Venus, Mars? You just leave it like that? Is it really just Christ is the devil and the devil is Christ? You just leave it like that? It's like, no. If you actually read, which we just did, it clearly tells you that in Isaiah, he's not even speaking about Lucifer. He's talking about the king of Babylon. He's using a reference. Why would it be a reference? Because it doesn't have to exist. Always remember the Babylon king is real. That's who he's referring it to. The allegory, don't worry about that because you can physically see what this king is doing. Just read the fucking chapter. Just read the book. Okay, Isaiah. But that's where it's referenced to a Lucifer, Satan, devil, whatever you want to do. But it doesn't refer to him. It's referencing like a similarity. At the end of the book, the Revelation, the part where they don't want you to go. They keep taking you to Isaiah and taking your money. They won't never take you to the Revelation where it's like, I am the seed of David. I am the bright morning star. It's like, why would Christ claim that? Because he's calling the devil a liar from the beginning. Didn't they say that? I know who you are. You are of your father, the devil. He was a liar from the beginning and he had no truth in him. Okay, so from the beginning of this book, this Old Testament, it has a reference to someone you're referring to as the devil, but you're wrong. Tell me this ain't some OG shit. Tell me they don't do this to us. Tell me older people don't put you on a dummy mission to learn something. Motherfuckers just never catch it. Been reading this shit for hundreds of years. Never got the point. Now you see why there's a New Testament. Oh, they added Jesus in there. Nah, they claim he was already talked about in Daniel. So this is precept upon precept. This is how they're going to use it. You can argue it with some Old Testament Hebrews, but other than that, most people are going to take both of the books. So in the Old Testament, there's a reference to the devil, Satan, Lucifer. There's a reference, but we're not talking about him. We're talking about the Babylon king. That's who in Isaiah they are talking to, are talking about. They are just using a reference. That's it. But in Revelations, Christ tells you out of his mouth, I am the bright morning star. So what is that doing? That's telling you the devil is a lie. The devil doesn't bear light, hold light, have light. He has no light at all. So it's always been a lie. The whole Lucifer, the light bearer and all that. Dog, you speak in Latin, homeboy. That's not what that shit mean. It never did. And if it does mean that, then what the hell did it just say? Light bearer, not light revealer, light bearer. They're bearing it. Like if you bear arms, that means you're holding it. That means you have it. It doesn't mean you're bearing arms. No. Bear arms could literally mean you're just holding it. You're bearing arms. You're holding your arms. Okay, so it could be tucked away. So he's a light bearer. He's holding the light. He's not giving it to no one. Why? Because he's a liar. But where do you find that out? In the second coming, when the anointment takes place, when you fully read the whole book and wake up allegorically to the facts that the devil been a lie. The God is within you. The light is within you. That's why it's a big war at the end and the devil gets beat up and locked away. And all that's supposed to be happening from you. Not saying no. What I'm saying is, in the allegorical science of this information, it's supposed to be taken upon self. That's why you're reading it. You're not reading it to sit there. That's all I'm saying. You're not reading it to sit there. You're reading it to take action. And a lot of people just didn't get the wisdom. They just don't get it. But that's why it's at the end of the book. So I say that to say this. If you get lost in the fact that the morning star is actually the sun, because Christ is actually the Son of God. You should know this by now. Who gets work done under the sun? Who does it? Man. Wasn't he the Son of Man? It's to teach all of us. All of us can't be there. If you want to dream and wish upon a star and hope somebody come back, that's cool. But you could be applying the science today in your life, which most people do. They follow it and try to live a peaceful existence. Try to give peace to others. But you must defend, you must stand, you must stay strong. There's a lot of devils out here, and they will try to do you wrong. And that's facts. I'm just giving you the reals. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goes. And always remember this. You're reading it alive. Stop pondering about things when you're gone. When you've seen people gone and you've never seen them come back around. We have to move now. Goes.